Now, my name is Essence. If you're new, welcome to Everything Essence. Hey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Turn your notification bell on. So first things first, make sure you have fresh brows, whether it's waxed, threaded, whatever you do. Go ahead and get it out the way. It makes the process easier. We're using Anastasia brow pomade in the color Ebony. Hey, Niecy. You know. And while you're at it, please make sure you have a spoolie so that we can brush those brows in one direction. That's the angled brush to apply the dip brow pomade. We're going to have NYX concealer. I try to get a color that's similar to my skin color, and I'll tell you about that later. That's the brush that we'll use to conceal the brows. And we cannot forget the beauty blender. Yes. What you want to do with the spoolie is take it and make sure your eyebrow hairs are growing in one direction so that it's easier to apply the dip brow. So here what I'll do is I'll put the pomade on my hand so it's easier for me to access whenever I need to re-up, add a little bit more to my brush. But what I'm doing here is I'm going to line up the bottom of my brow. Now you can start at the top if you're more comfortable. I start at the bottom and then I make sure that it's at a nice point. A nice point, honey. Oh, so this is my fault, y'all. But you're really just doing it the same way you do the bottom. You're going to line it up, get it at a nice point, and then you're going to color the middle in like a coloring book. But you don't want to get it too dark. So let me not say coloring book because don't get too happy. But if you do get it dark, we can fix that too. Stay tuned. So when you get to like the front of your brow, you really want to brush at an upward motion and do it really, really light. Now, if you do it dark, we can correct that, but try to keep it light. And pretty much here, we're going to do the same thing that we did to the other side. Line the bottom, line the top, fill it in, make sure the ends meet at a nice good point. And there you go. Now, here's where I started to mess up, y'all. I put the pomade too far above my eyebrow. So it's going to make my eyebrow look way big. Like, you see the gap? Watch me work now. Watch me work. So watch me realize that these eyebrows are too big and too dark. Eyes got big as I don't know what. So pretty much here, I'm just adding in my concealer. Sometimes I'll apply it to my hand. Right here, you'll see me applying it to my face. It just allows for easier access when it's time to clean up my brows because all I'm going to do is blend it in anyways to give it a nicer finish. So pretty much here, you just want to get your brows as precise as possible. So you're going to use the concealer to get off any extra dip brow that you really don't want. And I mentioned to y'all before that I'm not as close as I would normally be to a mirror. So my line is not as straight as it normally would be. But it's good enough. Mind your businesses. Mind yours. So right here what I'm doing is adding in more concealer because the concealer that I put on earlier started to dry up. You could probably tell that throughout the video. But I just added in new concealer and pretty much do the same thing. Line up the brow, bottom, top, and blend it in. So pretty much here what you'll see is me basically blending in the concealer, and as you can see, this is why I use a concealer that's closer to my skin tone so that it'll blend in. It'll look like I have on foundation in that area, but I really don't. So now I just come back in with my spoolie brush because I thought that they were too dark. I don't like the inner part of my eyebrows being too dark. So what I use is I'll just brush my hairs all type of ways and then eventually go back in and brush them the way that they grow. But I do that to just lighten wherever I want it lightened at. And here you have it. So simple, so easy, wheezy, breezy, beautiful. CoverGirl.